I'm Marcella Quinn and I'm the project coordinator for the Age No Barrier project at Disability Action. We're funded by the Big Lottery for 3 years and our whole focus is for the over 65s, and we are covering the whole of Northern Ireland.
My name's Karen Jackson. I am the Information and Advice Officer for the Age No Barrier project. The aim of the project is to reduce social isolation for people aged 65 and over. The project is 3 parts. So the first part is information and advice.
We can go out and give talks to provide this information, and we can also do one-to-one advice, and that can be a home visit to help people fill in very complex forms that they might have to fill in order to qualify. And we're still finding a huge number of older people are not getting the correct benefits or services. It's not just about benefits, because quite a few older people don't qualify for anything, but what we find is the disability benefits are not being claimed. And there's a mistake about that where people think attendance allowance, for example, means you have to have an attendant, and that's not true. So part of our job is to reduce the confusion there is about benefits, but also services like aids and equipment for the home to make it easier for people to continue living in their own home, which is where most people want to be.
The second part of the project is the IT side. What that involves is a girl, Catherine, she goes out and she can give advice and support on technology. This would be computers, laptops, tablets, telephones and other digital technology. This has been a very successful part of the project to reduce social isolation for people. There
is a lot of interest among the over 65s and indeed over 75s and 85s in gaining new skills. People are particularly interested in iPads and tablets because this movement is a lot easier when they're sitting on the settee than having to go somewhere to a computer, so people are finding that a lot easier. The other part of the project which I'm responsible for is the peer advocate role. Now, this is a volunteer role, and people who are 60 and over would volunteer with us on the project, and the hours that they do are up to them. It could be a few hours a week or a few hours a month. It's entirely down to the peer volunteer. We provide an induction programme to get them ready, to help them feel part of Disability Action and the Age No Barrier team. And we're keen on getting them involved within their own local communities. So it's not that they come from there to us, but that they stay where they are and provide a hub, if you like, a source of information for people in their area. And we thought that would be a good way to reach the most isolated older people. We're very keen on getting more volunteers.
Today we're at the AGM for Disability Action and we're in Titanic Belfast. So it's an event, there's about 100 people or so here today for the annual general meeting.
Our Age No Barrier project is here as part of the team of the broader Disability Action family. But we've also invited along our peer advocates who are also now part of the family because they're volunteers with us. Not all of them can make it today, but some of them have been able to come along. And it's a chance for them to feel more part of the organisation, but also to hear a bit about from the CEO who's here today, and also there's a talk on human rights. So it's an interesting day for them, but it's also partly to encourage them to mix with each other and to meet other peer advocates who are doing the same job they are.
My name's Dora Scott and I live in Newtonabbey, and I became a peer advocate through Disability Action. It was funded with the Big Lottery Fund, and I thought, this is for me. I'll go and find out more about it. I belong to a few groups since I left work and retired. I belong to a couple of groups, and it's all retired people, and it's very important that we know where we can access help for everything, because once you leave work, you're forgotten, you become faceless. And this has made a big difference to a lot of people's lives. We can have IT training, we can have benefits help, we can have absolutely any kind of help. They've got people there that if I can't help my colleagues, someone is there to help. And it's a marvellous thing, and it goes round the whole province. I'm in County Antrim in Newtonabbey, and I've been able to help a few people since I got the training.
I find the work really interesting, and I'm 65 now, and I don't think I'm ready to get put out the pasture quite yet. So I feel as if I'm doing some good to some people. I mean, you can't be all things to all people, but if you can do some good, you know, it's something, and it makes you feel a valued member of society. I think